Alright, I am back with another Destiny 2 video. I figured I'd make one about Festival of the Lost as it's, really the only thing happening right now. We are returning to the old Lost Sector, haunted, spooky Pumpkinhead farming thing. I'm not even going to complain about it being the same thing at this point. It's kind of well established here that they're not really going to invest significant work in inventing brand new things for almost all of these holidays. It's kind of minor tweaks to supposedly improve them, but I don't know how many people are working on the actual event themselves at this point. It feels like even more than ever, the entire bulk is kind of focused on the cosmetics they want to sell for this, and they're really just sort of content to copy and paste essentially everything, like one new weapon and some quality of life things. Like, you don't have to farm 2 sets of pages now, you just have to farm 1 set of pages, but there's no new sectors, no new mechanics, nothing like that. But the problem is as they've laid off more and more QA people, the bugs just keep mounting up to the point where the event isn't even if you want to farm stuff in this event, it's not even worth playing right now because of how much stuff is screwed up. I wrote an article today about how you should log in and get the curated role of the Arcane Embrace because it has a bugged trench barrel on it. It's not supposed to roll with that, so it doesn't consume stacks. It just has a timer so you can do good damage with it. That's a bug in our favor, but who's to say they're not going to just switch that to another perk at some point here. But in terms of actually playing the mode right now, the main problem is that it's dropping old roles for weapons. They just didn't change it over to new roles. We're supposed to get new perks that we've added over the last year or so, which can make a lot of these guns better. You do have the shotgun to farm, but if you were trying to go for any other roles of other weapons here, it's going to be the outdated ones. So if you're playing the sectors and you're getting a lot of end of run drops, all of those are old. So you're just sort of wasting your time there, and I guess you're amassing candy or whatever, or the occasional shotgun drop, but it does feel like a waste if you want to get anything else besides the shotgun. They have been copying and pasting the same goddamn bugs for years now, where I would say 1 out of every 2, 1 out of every 3 matches, this didn't happen in the ones I recorded here, but it does the thing where it won't spawn the last haunted dude, and if you don't kill 10, it doesn't skip the timer to go straight to the boss. So often you'll be there for 2.5 minutes just sitting around doing nothing. This was an intended thing that happened a couple years ago, but it's been bugged on and off ever since then, and it's bugged here. So you're wasting, if you have 2 of those instances, these are short runs, so you're wasting essentially entire instances every couple of matches because you're sitting around waiting, doing nothing. I'd rather be doing expert versions of these because they're more rewarding, and yet there is no matchmaking with expert for no reason, despite the fact that the recommended power cap is not very high, and there's exactly 1 type of champion in this. I think they have to give us a little faith that we can, struggle through expert with randoms when there's 1 type of champion in it, and it's not that difficult. It is the most simplistic mechanics of all time. Just give us matchmaking. The other problem is okay, well, they have matchmaking. It's Fireteam Finder. Nope. Fireteam Finder is not working with this, despite the fact that it says you can make a listing based on haunted sectors, and you can't. It's bugged. It doesn't work. So you have to go back to the web finding party things, and I don't even know if it's listed there. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, or you're going to be doing a general listing of Festival of the Lost or something. I'm screw it, I'll just do the normal matchmaking ones, whatever. If I'm not even motivated to do those right now because of the loot problems. This is I said this is exhausting, and people are this isn't that big of a deal, it's just a mini event, but I'm looking for excuses to keep playing Destiny because there are some cool roles and things I'd like to get here. There are some cosmetic rewards you can earn, things like that, but with how messed up this is, it just it doesn't seem worth it. And Bungie is not terribly fast moving when it comes to fixes and hot fixes a lot of the time. Sometimes they are. I think they're certainly working more on the whole every drop in the game is bugged in terms of perk combinations issue. But like this whole, for 4 weeks now, I've not been able to craft potions on my Warlock because I have this bug that is telling me to go gather ingredients from the shelf. I do that, it does nothing. My good friend is also dealing with that bug since week 1. I can craft potions on my alt characters, but I don't know if when the story picks up again, if I'm going to need to do some sort of potion thing, I'm not going to be able to progress. I've not even seen this as a known issue they've listed, so I feel like I'm just kind of screwed. It's frustrating because like I really do like many aspects of the season. I do want to engage with it, but like it feels like at every turn I'm just they're just sort of throwing up roadblocks here, and like I'm even willing to get past some of the old complaints of like, oh, these events are just the same thing. Like I've kind of accepted that at this point, and given the thin spread of their resources, I'm not shocked that this just keeps happening. I wish they'd add a new sector or two. I don't think there are new voice lines this time. And things are falling by the wayside, but like at least make it function correctly. Like I don't think that's asking too much. I do like that they're introducing a really new archetype here. I think they did this with Guardian Games too. Was that the first Waveframe heavy? I don't remember, but I like this idea that they can introduce a new type of weapon entirely in an event like this, and then obviously I'm sure we'll get more of these in the future, but that is kind of a reason to log in. It is ironic in this case they kind of gave you this OP role as the default ones, and maybe you don't have to farm other ones, but that's something I'd like them to keep doing. They used to put like actual exotics in some of these like as an event thing, but they don't do that anymore. They don't think they even do catalysts anymore. Maybe people were complaining that they couldn't get them after the fact for a long time, but whatever. I at least like the kind of new weapons they put in. Some of the updated rolls they do on a lot of the weapons can be pretty good. They're not like super amazing, and I think they do that on purpose because it's a free event, but there's certainly things you can go for and farm if you want to, either in PvP or PvE, and there are a few gems out there. But I just want this event to work, and given that it's only 3 weeks, I'm not sure how much faith I have in them being able to fix this in a reasonable time frame. We just never know what is going to be an easy, fast fix and what is not going to be. But again, they've laid off so many of their QA people, and it just all that is going to do is spiral and spiral and spiral, and kind of make things worse than they've ever been. And obviously, Destiny has been a game that is full of many bugs, but I think we can kind of see that a lot of this is getting worse over time. There's a lot of dungeon bugs that people are frustrated with. There's onslaught bugs. Like there's a lot of bugs everywhere. And logging into Festival of the Lost and have it being like, this is not worth farming until we fix this thing is very annoying. So we'll see. I hope they fix it soon. Nothing to report about gameplay or the event itself, but yeah, go get that shotgun and don't play anymore. I don't know. We'll see if they fix it. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.